guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with your most underrated romances that you wish more people read. I am shocked by the list I got on Instagram. It is an endless list of what you guys gave me, so thank you so much. If you're not already following, I always link my Instagram down below. I'll do some fun videos like this where I ask you things and do a video chatting about all the books that you submit. So today's topic is underrated romances you wish more people read. I was inspired to do this because I am currently doing a reading vlog where I'm reading Reddit recommendations and their romances I haven't heard of. So I'm very excited. I'm actually really enjoying the first book that I started, and I feel like there are just hidden gems because a lot of times we get bogged down by the same romances over and over and over again, and I feel like it feels like everyone talks about the same books because that's what social media pushes. I can tell you I post about so many different authors, especially indie authors, but my posts that do the best are the best-selling books. That is what Instagram themselves pushes. So I feel like when we're consuming media, we are just always pushed what's already popular, and they hide what is not popular that could be the hidden gems. So I'm here to let you know what people love. So I'm very excited for this video. I'm gonna go through all of these. I haven't heard of a lot, so we're gonna have to be looking up some together, so bear with me while I go through these synopses, but because even the first one, I've heard of a lot of these authors, but not these specific books. So let's head over to my Goodreads to look at some of them. Okay, so the first one is called Plier by Jane Washington. I have never seen this, but it has 12,000 ratings and a 4.2 star average. I swear I've never seen this before. So this is Ironside Academy. It is the biggest reality TV show in the world, and it's a luxurious prison. What? I have never heard of this book before. So it says, oh my gosh, there's betas and omegas and deltas, and Isabel Carter is the first sign that things have been changing. She is a rare Sigma, and there's an influx of precious alphas that's going to turn everybody's lives upside down. Isabel is the lowest rung on the ladder, but in order to survive, where social media is king and consequences are deadly, she'll need to make her mark and needs to climb. So this says The Hunger Games collides with America's Got Talent. I'm already like, what the heck is this book? I don't know if I would like that. I don't love books with the social media aspect, but this does say if you like The Bonds That Tie and Zodiac Academy or The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. I did not like either of those series, but I am so intrigued. This is a really long series. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in the series. It's Omegaverse, Why Choose? How have I never heard of this before? Let me know if you read this. Do you think I would like it? I'm a little scared, but I'm also very intrigued. Okay, so the next one, actually, I don't agree that this is super underrated. I do feel like this author is finally getting like a ton of attention, and she might have been underrated. That is Face Off by Chelsea Curto. This one actually has, I just did a video with this, and it has a ton of ratings. It has definitely, I think, evolved from a niche underrated romance to being super popular. This whole series especially, I've had my eye on this author for over a year now, and it's been awesome seeing her get so much attention and like readership. So this one is a hockey romance where she's actually joining the NHL team and has a one-night stand, I think, with one of the guys, and then it's their romance. So very excited. I definitely want to read this. Definitely. Then we have the Kindled series by Claire Kent. I do think Claire Kent's pretty underrated. She has a lot of post-apocalyptic, kind of dystopian stuff, I think, and her books are generally shorter, so that's why I usually don't pick them up as much, but I don't know if I've heard, oh, I have heard. So the first one is Haven, and this one has 4.4 thousand ratings. If it does have under 5,000 ratings on Goodreads, I would consider it more of a underrated romance that not a lot of people are talking about. So this one is about Jackson. Oh, I think she's in love with Jackson. He's not my friend or my boyfriend, but sometimes I go to his room after the sun goes down because I need to. It just says it's a short, steamy, post-apocalyptic romance. I feel like if I'm in the mood for like short things, I can go to Claire Kent, but I usually don't love super short books, so that's why I don't go to her, but I do want to check this series out. Okay, so Stolen Soulmate by Mary Gebhard is one I've seen a lot. This one has been around for sure for years. I think I owned this at one point. I don't know if I still have it. I have heard it's very angsty, and It has only 3,700 ratings, but a 4.1 average, which is really good. I feel like anything over 4 stars average on Goodreads is a really, really good average. So this one says that it's at Crown Hall. So I don't know if this is like a new adult kind of college romance. He torments her. He won't let her go. I feel like I did see this a lot when I was in my new adult bully romance phase, which was a long time ago. So I don't know if I would read this, but it does sound like it is very, very angsty. He's heir to the crown empire and he's a playboy prince. Oh, and he's a virgin. So this says, give him my body, my soul, my heart. Let him use all of me so when the time comes to marry her, he won't need me. He's my stolen soulmate. Okay, I'm very intrigued, but I don't love the fact that they're so young. I don't know if I would read this one either, but I think I would have loved it when I was back in the day. I should have read this then. We do have a Western romance with Wild Wild Cowboy, I'm assuming it's Western, by Elizabeth Bright. So this has 3,000 ratings and a 4.14 average. Annabelle had asked him to save the library. An accident destroyed his rodeo cowboy career, so now he just drinks and sleeps around. And the nerdy librarian is driving him crazy. She has 5 cats. She's always reading, and they fall in love. Oh, it says physical intimacy is a problem for her. He can help her with that. And she does have scars on her heart. I don't know. I'm assuming those are metaphorical. It does sound like kind of your typical like cowboy romance, but it does sound cute. So I'm intrigued if I'm in the mood for a small town romance. And there is Here and There by Claire Wilder. I've never seen this cover before or heard of this author. It actually only has 786 ratings, but it does have a 4-star average. It's a single dad and he hires her at this beach bar, and he has a teenage son and a cute dog to show her just how messy and beautiful life can be. She jumped into the ocean, fully clothed. This just says it's a grumpy single dad, adorable sunshiny heroine in a whole town that rallies for their love. So it sounds very small town, very cute. I'm surprised I've actually never heard of this before. Sounds cute. I do like a grumpy single dad. And we do have The Dating Pact by Sophie Andrews. This one only has 300 ratings, so definitely not a popular one, but it does have over 4-star ratings. So this says a dating pact with my best friend, who is a single dad and a widower. I am very intrigued. So I do love friends to lovers. And it says that she's still looking for her happily ever after and she wants to get out there, so they decide to do the online dating world together. She offers to help him get back into the game with some dating refreshers. So they start dating, practice dating one another. Okay, that sounds really cute. I do really like friends to lovers, so especially if he is also a single dad. It's part of the Single Dads Club romance series. Ooh, okay, so the next one I definitely want to read. It is The Faking Game by Olivia Hale. This is the Billionaire Game series. So we have a billionaire hero. It says he's rich, arrogant, and my brother's best friend, and they have to fake date in public while he gives her dating lessons in private. I will say, like, the dating lessons trope is not my favorite anymore. I feel like a lot of people have done that, but this says that he's a stalker that's forcing her out of her apartment, so she has to live with the best friend at his estate, and he's super obnoxious, and then they want to fake date to send a message that she's taken and protected. Okay, that sounds really, really, really good though. And her brother can never find out that they're doing lessons at home. So this is one I for sure want to read because I do actually own a copy of it. Literally have not heard of all these. We're not going to get through all the ones that people gave me at all, so we're just going to go through as many as we can. And I have Reverie by Lauren E. Rico. This one only has 84 ratings. So I'm assuming this has to do, ooh, so she's a cello player. I do really like music romances. So she's one of the top cellists in the country and the contender for the most prestigious music competition, and then someone notices her. Sexy, charismatic French horn player. He helps her embrace her talent, her sexuality, and her past, and line between love and obsession are blurred. Very intriguing. Never heard of this book or this author before. Some of these people gave me definitely have thousands of ratings, so I'm not including anything that has over like 10,000. Okay, so like someone gave me Amita Sheridan. This one has 40,000 ratings. I would not consider that underrated. Maybe not a ton of people are talking about it right now, but I think I should have defined the term underrated. We have Heartless by R.C. Martin. So this person said it's a cheating romance, which I have enjoyed some in the past. It just depends on how it's done. So this one is very intriguing to me. This only has 1,000 ratings. He was faithful until he wasn't. She was honest until the first touch, and they fell in love. And that's all this says. So I don't know what to think of this. What do these say? Oh, he's married and having an affair with her. So it does have a 3.89 rating. That premise scares me a little bit, but it does sound angsty. Sounds very angsty. Ooh, okay, so this next one's actually on my radar. So it is Loving the Legend. I have been told to read this. I definitely want to read this. This is MM, and I think it's basketball, and it's by Kit Gray. It only has 2,400 ratings, but has a 4.3 average, which is insane. So we have a pro basketball player, and he's #1 draft pick, and then he defies the odds his rookie year by beating the record of one of the greatest players, who is Sid, and they have intense chemistry. Ooh, long buried feelings surface. It sounds really good. So this says, rival team turned lovers, grief, trauma, hurt, comfort, hidden relationships, found family, basketball romance, for sure. I do want to read this one. So yes, yes, yes. Ooh, Or Than Friends by Lulu Moore. I really like this one. I do think Lulu Moore in general is pretty underrated. Or Than Friends is a college romance where it's a rowing romance and they're on rival teams. So it's really, really cute. I definitely like this one. We have some Callie Hart. Okay, so Callie Hart, as you know, is known for her iconic Quicksilver. However, Callie Hart was a really great writer previous to that as well, and I really loved Requiem, which I do consider a underrated one, so this looks really good. It's Roma King and Roma Queen, so these are a duet, and oh, she's a 911 operator. That's so fun. It says that the payphone outside her apartment building mysteriously begins ringing night after night, and the last thing she wants to do is pick it up, and then she does. And this guy, Pasha, has been running from his fate for years. He's the oldest son of the oldest Roma family in the country, and I don't know if this is like Mafia, so he's their king and he needs to find a wife, and I think he wants her. Why does this sound so good? This is one I think I will add to my TBR. So this has 2,400 ratings and a 4.08 average. So for sure, that sounds really good. I'm excited for that. Then we have Cross the Line and Ride With Me by Simone Soltani. These are actually the Formula One books. I have put these on my TBR before. I definitely want to read these. That's all I know is that they're Formula One, but they do look really, really good, and I definitely do want to read those. Books with Samantha Did Say Anything by Marina Vivancos, which yes, I have heard amazing things about her books, specifically from Samantha. I think the only issue is that a lot of them are not even in print. I think she just does a lot of ebooks. I think you can get them now maybe, but I think that they are really, really emotional, and I think she mostly writes MM, so I definitely do want to read something by her as well. Okay, we have Goliaths of Wrestling, which Samantha also put in here. It's Lily Mayne, who I have heard of before. This one has 5,000 ratings, and the cover I would not have picked up myself, but it does have a 4.11 average rating. So this says that he is a painfully average guy. He irons his underwear. He was dumped for an influencer hippie a few years ago, and a case of mistaken identity lands him in the middle of a covert professional wrestling league, and the wrestlers are weird. The owner is Holt Hector. He thinks he's cosplaying, but he's not, and it's actually monsters. I don't know if I would pick this up, but it sounds definitely very unique. A couple people actually recommended this, and I feel like I thought I read this one, but maybe it was something else that I had read. This is Maestro by Auden Dar, and this one only has 5,000 ratings, but it's a 4.4 average. 2 people submitted this one. So this one says that there's a music audition for LaGuardia Arts High School. So 2 13-year-olds come together and a friendship spans, and it spans decades, and they are best friends and they blossom into love. And then he is a tattooed virtuoso years later, the James Dean of classical music, and she's an accomplished cellist. We have another cellist romance. This doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I read this one, but dang, does that sound good. And it just has so many amazing ratings. I think I actually saw this on the recommendations for the video I'm doing of angsty romances, so I really want to read this one for sure. It sounds like super angsty, like up my wheelhouse. Then we have One Giant Leap by Kay Simone. This one only has 1,500 ratings. I will say that cover would not sell me on this book, but it has a 4.23 average. So he is an astronaut. Oh, he embarks on his final mission with NASA, and he figures there would be no curveball left they could throw him. And then the role of the spacecraft communicator is passed to a young engineer back in Houston. They fall in love through talking while he's in space. and they've never seen each other, so I guess it's like a Love is Blind situation, which I'm currently watching that current season. It's very messy right now. But, ooh, that actually sounds really fun. I kind of want to read that. That's an MM. I've never heard of this author before, but I'm so intrigued. I definitely want to read that. Okay, so the next one, also the cover is kind of questionable, but this is Surviving Love by C.S. Wynn. This only has 166 ratings, but it's a 3.98. So this says, reality TV meets true love. Okay, so this guy has a lot of anxiety and he also has asthma. He doesn't really go outside a lot, and then he's in a car accident and realizes that he's been hiding from the world to protect himself, so he decides to live his life. So he goes on a reality TV show and he gets accepted, and then there's this other guy, Jack, who teaches people how to survive in the wild, and I think it's their romance. I don't love reality TV books, so I don't know if this one is for me, but this does has really great ratings. People really like it. Ooh, okay, so this one sold me based off of their synopsis. So this is Stranger on the Shore. This says a great cozy mystery romance for this period. So this one is by Josh Lanyon. I realize though I do not read a lot of books by men, so that does definitely scare me, but this has 3,000 ratings with a 4.2 star average. So 20 years ago, Brian was kidnapped. The ransom was paid, but he was never seen again, and Pierce is now controls the money that he was the heir to. He's not happy when a journalist shows up to write about the decades-old mystery, and they are trying to figure out what happened. So I'm assuming it's got some romance in it. That does sound fun. I do like a good mystery. Another person for the Claire Kent series. I love Tal Bauer, so I would love more people to read his books, but this one's actually a thriller, which is so interesting. So this has 8,000 ratings, and it says a Noah and Cole thriller. It has a 4.2 average. Tal Bauer, everyone loves his books, including myself. So this says that it's an FBI agent has been questioning his sexuality. He has a one night in Vegas, I think with another man. He's an FBI agent, and now he's back on his way to Iowa to trail a vicious serial killer who disappeared 60 years ago, who's resurfaced. And there's an FBI profiler, Cole, and I think they're the ones who met in Vegas, and they're both sent to Iowa, and they never expected to see each other again, and they have to work this case to find the serial killer. If you guys know me, I love romantic suspense, and I love Tal Bauer's romances, so put those together with a serial killer, FBI agent, FBI profiler, like my perfect book. I think though that his thrillers are usually long, so, oh, it's only 300 pages. I need to download this now, for sure. Okay, so then we have What We Keep by Jennifer Milliken. This one only has 2,000 ratings, and this one has a 4.29 average. So this one is about Gabriel and Avery. So it says that there's a newspaper photo of him carrying her from a burning home, and a fairy tale begins. Ooh, and then they kind of unravel and they ask themselves hard questions. So I don't know if this is like a relationship in crisis. I don't know if they get married or anything, but Jennifer Milliken has been on my TBR for a while, so I do need to check her out. So I definitely have seen her before. And we do have a hockey romance. So we have Frozen Flames by V.H. Nicholson. This one has 2,400 ratings and a 4.02 average. She's been in love with him for as long as she can remember. He's a former hockey player. He now has his dream job coaching teams. And, oh, wait. And now, okay, wait. He's off living his best life. I'm left here, not in a loveless marriage, but in something much worse, a lonely one. It's a marriage in trouble romance. So that sounds so good. On the Rocks marriage, Sunshine versus Grumpy, marriage separation, but they find their way back to each other. I really like marriage in trouble romances, so that sounds really, really, really good. I am interested in that one for sure. Then I have Only You by Michaela Jean Taylor. This only has 340 ratings, so this says that it's a brother's best friend romance. And after a devastating night in Mexico 3 years ago, she finally tries to forget about him. She dumps her latest boyfriend for cheating on her, and her brother's best friend attends Thanksgiving, and she's determined to take advantage of the opportunity to apologize for her past mistakes. And she's not the only one with some simmering feelings. So, okay, is this the Thanksgiving romance though? Because that would be fun. I do love myself a seasonal romance, so this sounds cute. Okay, so the last one I will talk about I've actually read before, and this has about 10,000 ratings. There were a lot people submitted I couldn't talk about because they were already popular books. I feel like you might think not a lot of people are talking about them, but they still had like 40, 50,000 ratings, which is really, really good for a book. So this one only has 10,000. I read this and gave it 5 stars, but I read this in 2021. I could not tell you anything about the dynamic of this. She owns an art studio. A mysterious stranger shows up to save her studio for one night a month together, because I guess her studio is going under, and that's the premise of this. I loved it. He'll save her if she agrees for a year to submit to him. He's handsome. He's British. I need to read more Tiffany Rice books, but I really like this one. So that was the last underrated romances. I have not read a majority of them, so thank you so much to everybody who submitted a book. I definitely recommend you guys take a look at these, check them out, because people really love them and not enough people are reading them. And let me know if you have any favorite underrated romance recs in the comments down below. If you have made it this far, oh my gosh, leave me anything to do with music. I feel like we had a lot of music, cello kind of romances on here, and I'm very intrigued by those. So leave me anything to do with music in the comments to let me know you watched, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.